I be sparking and rushing mad like inside the dark. Call me Bill Snatcher, just a brother for the rapture. I hang glide, holding on strong, hard to capture, extravagant. Resurrect the track and it's militant. And I react like a convict and start killing. It's manifesting. The guards work like appliances, dealing in my same like a lot.
Before we go any further, just want to say today's video is going to be brought to you by Fandomion. If you want to buy some really awesome anime merch from My Hero Academia, Attack on Titan, and Haiku, and so many other anime, I recommend using my link in the description box to check them out. And there's free worldwide shipping on orders over $39. You'll also get an additional 5% off using my promo code down below. For any of you guys who might be interested or on the fence, I highly recommend checking out their website. Pay attention to the size chart. That'd be the biggest thing I would tell you guys. But with that being said, though, let's jump back into today's video. Yo, what's going on, everybody? It's your boy Naruto Explained here, and today I'm going to be bringing you guys another Boruto Naruto Next Generations, and this time I want to talk about something that the fandoms brought up, which is the death flags and the death of Sasuke Uchiha being foreshadowed in the last manga chapter, and if this current battle that's taking place is gonna be that moment where our beloved Batman Sensei Sasuke finally gets sent to that Uchiha family reunion in the ninja afterlife. Now, for this topic, I also want to address something that one of my patrons brought up in a direct message, which is the possibility of Ada being the one that kills Sasuke. Now, I know the moment those words get uttered, somebody's already triggered by the idea of this woman, Ada, who is obsessed with getting herself some of that Kawaki greatness, being the one that takes down Sasuke. While she's physically strong, the fact that her skill level, according to her, isn't anything special in hand-to-hand combat. People are like, well, so what if she's strong if she's not skilled enough to hit him? I understand. However, my patron pointed out a very good point. If what Amato said is true, and that depends if you believe Amato, but if what Amato said is true about Ada's powers, Sasuke is literally facing his worst nightmare. According to Amato, anyone who tries to attack Ada can't do so because of their infatuation with her, which affects people in different ways. But most importantly, this is key, if somebody does try to overcome the control of hers by trying to kill her, their brains will be destroyed in the process because of her power control will override your brain's command to kill her. If we take Amato at his words, that is a fate that is worse than death. Sasuke is going to become a human vegetable, and Sakura might have to pull the plug on this man if her medical ninjutsu skill can't find a way to reverse the damage. Similar to how Tsunade did the impossible by healing Rock Lee when everybody said it was something that couldn't be done, making the impossible possible. She would have to pull a mimosa from Black Clover. If you know, you know. Now, that's a fate that's worse than death, and in universe, it makes sense for Ada's ability to be able to kill Sasuke. However, while that logically is a good point, I'm not too on board with this idea, even though Kishimoto, since he's writing the manga now, which means that a plot twist of this manner shouldn't be ruled out for Ikimoto and his staff to be forced to draw. However, Ada isn't the only enemy on the battlefield right now. We also have Code, and I think the narrative is set up for Sasuke to battle Code instead. We've seen Sasuke looking over Code's claw marks with great interest. We learned that Sasuke in only a short period in time was able to do what the entire Anbu Black Ops could not do, which is track down Code's location in Boro's hideout, even getting the name of Bug, who is one of Boro's henchmen. In the process, Sasuke got that information as well. Sasuke has once again proven what Jigen stated and what Ishiki knew going into the battle with Naruto and Sasuke. Sasuke at the time wasn't the physically strongest enemy, but he was the most dangerous, which is something you have to account for. During the Jigen fight, it was because of his keen analytical ability. During the Ishiki fight, Ishiki made it a point to do the one thing that Momoshiki in the Boruto movie novel stated he desperately needed to do but couldn't succeed in doing, which was split up Naruto and Sasuke and fight them one-on-one. So far, the only Otsutsuki who've managed to do that are Ishiki in Boruto and Kaguya in the Naruto manga. They succeeded, which is very fitting given the fact that both of them are partners. That being said, Code, if he doesn't already know that Sasuke has found his hideout, he's very likely going to learn that from Ada. Sasuke is already on his kill list, but the fact that Sasuke was able to track him down in a secure location in only a short period of time is going to be enough to have Code want to kill Sasuke first. After all, if Sasuke could find Code that easily, what would stop Sasuke once his mind is made up from tracking him down all over again, this time with a strategy in mind to kill him, which would be the case since Sasuke would have seen Code's fighting style, seen his capabilities, and seen his jutsu firsthand. Only a fool would allow Sasuke to stay alive with that much intel, especially if he's allowed to plan with Shikamaru, which brings me to my point. Unless Code is going to take Ada and Damon and potentially Kawaki and have them stay in that dimension with the Ten Tails where Sasuke can't get to, Sasuke is likely going to be targeted by Code first once his limiters are moved. He's the most logical chess piece to take off the board first. Not only that, but he's also right now arguably the strongest Konoha shinobi. Now Boruto is genetically 100% Otsutsuki, but the master of his karma, as of right before he died, wasn't able to draw out Momoshiki's true power, evident by Code acknowledging that there is a power increase that occurred when Momoshiki took over. While Boruto did say he did feel as if he could control Momoshiki's power better now, it is yet to be confirmed if he's able to tap into that full power that's allotted to him as Momoshiki's vessel. Then we have Kawaki, which, as a reminder, Kawaki in the manga is part of Team 7, but according to Boruto and Naruto, he's not an official ninja yet, though given the tweaks that the anime's made, it's probably best to consider him a Konoha shinobi for all intents and purposes, which in that case would mean that you would have Kawaki as best boy, and then you would have Sasuke arguably after that, but that's irrelevant to this point. Code and Ada, they're not walking out of Konoha without at least Kawaki, because Code is well aware of Ada's threat to kill him with or without limiters. Ada's not the type of character to say that if you continue to mess up, my patience is going to run thin and me and my brother are going to kill you, if she didn't think it was possible. Right there, the strongest asset of the enemy is taken out if you get your hands on Kawaki, and by taking out Sasuke as well, you eliminate multiple threats. You eliminate the second strongest ninja, Konoha's second best strategy, and most importantly, you eliminate Konoha's best detective. The man did what an entire Anbu Black Ops from Konoha, as well as all the Black Ops teams from all the other ninja villages, Sasuke did what all of them couldn't do, and he did it in less than 48 hours, which is absolutely huge. Sasuke stating that he needed to show his resolve to protect Konoha during a conversation where Boruto's telling him that he gave his life for the village is a bit alarming, and it is a death flag, especially since he symbolically handed down the mantle of Shadow Hokage to Boruto by giving him the headband permanently, by essentially making him the successor when Sasuke eventually goes off to meet the Uchiha clan in the afterlife. Could this be a situation where Sasuke is put in the battle solely for the purpose of gaining intel at the expense of his life, similar to Jiraiya? Now, I know Kishimoto is a sucker for parallels as a writer. God knows he did it a whole hell of a lot in Naruto, and even in Samurai 8 there are parallels that were being drawn, but Sasuke going out in the blaze of glory in a battle like this right now, it kind of feels off. Granted, if this happens and he goes down swinging like Rengoku in Demon Slayer and his death is a motivator for the next generation who watched him die, that could work, but it's about the timing. It would feel like shooting a shot a bit too soon, but if it's executed properly, killing Sasuke can work, which I've explained in detail in a video about the importance of killing off characters, how to do it properly, why an author typically kills characters, what points an author should be hitting when they kill off a character, and I use a potential Sasuke death as an example of how to do it properly. I recommend checking that one out, especially if you want to learn more about the literary reasons behind killing off characters. Since I've already done an in-depth video on how to kill Sasuke properly, I'm not going to repeat those talking points, but I will say the execution is key here. Now, for all we know, this could be another Kurama situation where the death in the manga leaves quite a bit to be desired, especially when it comes to the paneling, but the anime swoops in and makes the death scene so emotional that everybody breaks down into tears. If the anime pulls something like that off again, it could work, and it could work very well. At which point, the complaint is going to be irrelevant here. However, while we do have death flags now, I'm gonna say what I said in the chapter review last month. I've always felt like this arc was a Search of Tsunade arc leading into a Sasuke retrieval arc moment where it has series changing implications, and in that arc we were given death flags for Jiraiya, but the flags weren't planted until Pain planted his chakra rods into Jiraiya's ass and made Jiraiya call him Rinnegan Daddy before throwing him into the ocean to make him shark bait. I don't think we cash in on Sasuke's death right away, even though he's done his job of making Boruto understand what it means to be a shinobi and what it truly means to be willing to die for the village and shoulder the uncomfortable truths that might make people hate you for it. His job is done here. The only gap left is the training and lessons that Sasuke taught Boruto off screen in the novels probably should have been shown in the manga or anime, but you know my stance. The anime didn't show you Kakashi making purple lightning because it happened in a novel that they expected you to read, and the manga didn't show Sarada getting her 3 Tomoe because it happened in a novel when she trained with Sasuke, and they expected you to know that, which is why I cover the novels on my channel, because I know a lot of you guys are not gonna sit down and read 200 pages of a story. But we didn't see them train points. They're gonna be irrelevant because it happened already. However, I want to know from you guys if Sasuke does die here. Do you want him to go out in a blaze of glory before Boruto and Sarada's eyes, or is the explanation by Amato about Ada's powers being enough since it would be reflecting his own bloodlust back onto him? Is that enough? And finally, if Sasuke dies, who would it impact the most and which character interactions would be affected the most? Let me know down in the comment section below. So always, guys, if you like anything I had to say, don't forget to comment, rate, subscribe, and share. Thank you so much for watching to the end. Have an awesome day, guys.